we already talked about new features that Oracle is providing to Apex that might be some competition. So there's OCI printing. This is, I think that's an interesting question, because we did the same question for Chris Rice, who is, if you call it competition, it's the opponent, right? So they were implementing something very, very similar to your service and to what you are providing. And my question on that is, so you already said that you're not frightened about what's happening on this front, because they are not that quick, or you're like 10 years ahead. I think OCI printing was pretty close to what you can achieve in the base usage of AOP. So what happened there that they just came out of the dark and said, okay, you can use OCI printing instead of AOP? So that should be a very, very heavy news for you, right?
Well, we knew that this was coming. Like, what was Chris Rice's answer? Because I didn't listen to it was on definitely on tape, but I didn't hear that. So what did he say?
You have to listen to this episode, because I'm not that sure still if I can repeat it correctly, and if I don't repeat it correctly, then it's a problem.
Okay, but like
just your side of the story.
So like my side of the story is that like they looked very closely to what AOP is doing, and from their point of view, like we had talks before about that. Like they find it important to be compatible with AOP because they are such a heavy AOP user, and for the simple things like they can use OCI. They needed something for Gartner as well to tick off the box that they have some printing. And yeah, they needed also something outside of Apex. So this is why it's like an OCI service, but they don't do on-prem.
Yeah.
They also don't have the plans to go with all the feature set that we have. But like, so many customers, they ask, like not many customers, is consulting companies like yours and like previous Insomno, Talan, like they ask like, how do you deal with that? What do we have to tell customers? So we made a decision tree, like if you want to use Excel or this feature, like, okay, then use AOP. And then like basically is a whole tree, and it's always AOP is the answer until the very bottom, and there you have a choice. And then you can use the copycat or you can use the original one.